Welcome, everybody, to another wonderful collaboration between Miko and BlipMasta5. We are going to be doing a K-pop scavenger hunt. And as we have the veteran here and me, the noob, we are going to be having fun going through these different little prompts to see what we have and just kind of get our own takes on what we actually have in our collection. And I kind of wish we did this in just like a few days later, since I would have a couple more things to add, but it's all good. But yeah, how you feeling about today, this experiment?
I'm super excited about it. Maybe we can do
Likewise.
an update video because I'm sure our collections will continue to grow, expand, take over.
Indeed. You know, as the video don't do K-pop has been put out, we know it's something that takes over your life.
Yep.
So yeah, but yeah, I have like three different albums that are coming because I'm obsessed. Like they're already on the way. So thanks, Yes Asia, sponsor me.
Yay!
Um,
I'll be giving them some
uh,
money pretty soon, so don't worry. They'll have my support.
yeah. hmm Yeah, I need to get into some of the stores that you have done your haul videos on. So check those out if you haven't.
Yep, there's a lot of them. So what's
All
our
right.
first little prompt?
The first prompt we have is a picture of our collection. So those we're
Yay!
gonna, just post up, here wherever we
Here
just
they
want.
are. Do you want to talk about anything with your like setup? Like, do you have like a
Uh,
method to your organization or whatever?
Literally the only thing that I do for my collection is by the sizing. I just try to have the similar sizes next to each other, and the smaller ones would be towards the one end and the larger ones would be on the other one. And then I also tried my best to have the one that needs to face outward to see it, the cover
Like a
outwards. And
display?
I think that should be the Blackpink album, but I'm not 100% sure if it's still facing outward, because might have run out of space to keep it facing outwards.
Makes
But
sense.
how about yourself?
Um, I thought about doing sizing for like each group because sizing bothers me a lot. It's very
And it's so
inconsistent.
inconsistent.
Yes, very inconsistent. Sometimes there's a few groups that like they'll keep a size for a few releases and
hmm
then they decide, no, we're gonna change it. Um, Giddle, G Idol, definitely they're one. Like three of their
Mm.
releases same size, and then after that they abandon it. It's
They said,
annoying.
bye bye, we're leaving that now.
Yeah, but my organization is it's alphabetical order by release date order, and now I like put like certain albums on display, and if I have the light stick, I've been putting that with it, but I'm
hmm
slowly like getting to the point where I'm like running out of space. So now I'm like stacking on top of each other. And I think in my picture right now, there's like a Santa RM plushie. He is a placeholder. He's not gonna stay there for very long. I'm gonna put him in storage.
Oh no. Is it because it's not the season?
It's not the season. No. It's because I have a light stick I have yet to show in a haul, but it might pop up later in the video. But I'm
Ooh.
gonna put that there in its place. That's why. And plus, I
Okay.
have, like, my arm plushie on my bed. So, we don't need two. It's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, respect to the RM. You know,
Yes, respect to
he'll
the
always
RM.
be Rap Monster to me. I
Same.
may be new. I may be new to BTS, but I still knew him as Rap Monster before he
Same.
was like, I'm RM
Yeah.
now.
I'm like, nope, you're a rap monster. Don't care about the name change. So the second prompt is, what is your first K-pop CD? So we're gonna run and grab said CD. Does that
All right,
sound fun? Okay,
all
let's go.
right, let's get it.
Okay. Do you wanna go first, Mr. Rookie?
All right, sure. It is a group that is no longer a rookie, but they had a very interesting start off as rookies because they debuted in the most interesting way. So I'm sure you know exactly what group I'm talking about.
I have a feeling.
Yep, my very first K-pop purchase had to be Loona, and it was the Hash album. So yeah, really, really happy with this purchase because I've always seen a bunch of collections, and one of the groups that have been consistent with their actual sizes of their albums. Um,
I've noticed
now,
that a lot, actually. That Luna's sizes, they're the same.
yep, they've been the
Respect.
same since they started, ever since the very first debut solo project. But yeah. So this is my first purchase, and I was like, if I'm going to start getting this K-pop stuff, I have to make sure my favorite group is the one I get first. So this was it.
Yay. Good
And how about
choice.
you?
Mine is probably no surprise to you. It's the first person I got into K-pop with and didn't expect to get into K-pop at all. It's
Hmm.
Rain.
Look at
the
that boy.
the fifth album, Rainism. So I had to take it out the plastic because I still keep it in the plastic. But yeah, this was my first purchase, and I was so happy. I love Rain so much.
He's good from the stuff that I had heard, especially since you put me onto him way back in the day. You're like, you know what? I got Rain,
Yep.
and like burnt CD with some of the songs on it.
The
So
funny
yeah,
funny
I
thing
get it.
is, I know you didn't really like open. I'm just looking at this ad. He looks like a baby, right?
Yeah, he does look really young.
Yeah, that's my first album, and I'm proud to have it.
As you should, as you should.
Should probably go back and
So
listen to it. It's been a while.
yeah, I'm sure it'll be a blast from the past.
Oh yeah, definitely. What is
So
that?
should we go to the last album then?
Yeah, that's let's do our last purchase then.
Alrighty, I have to go grab it.
Okay, me too.
Sorry, it was tough for me to figure out how I wanted to do it
Yeah,
because I buy my albums in batches, and
yeah,
so I just decided to pick one
yeah.
out of the
I
batch.
have that problem too, so I might have to do the same thing.
Okay.
Uh,
So who's gonna show first? Should I show first, or you want to go?
you can go first.
Okay. So the last batch that I ended up doing was actually posted here on YouTube. So it was my boy group batch of stuff, even though it had a couple of girl group stuff in there too. But the one I decided I wanted to show off was the group that is somewhat related to Luna, and that is Only One Of. Now, this is the front of it, but the back of it actually has a picture of one of the members. I believe this one. They believe it's Love. I'm not very strong on my member names, um, with the fellas, unfortunately. But this is Instinct Part One, and this is definitely a really really great project. And one of the songs on this album ended up being on my favorites of the entire year of 2021. So yeah, really really solid. And the cool thing about this album, and is the fact that the CD version actually has like songs in between, like little instrumental songs in between that aren't on the digital version. So I thought that was really neat. I
That
did
is
not
neat.
expect that. I was like, it's also like a rare purchase because this only has the album technically only has 4 songs on it. I try not to buy too many projects that don't have a lot of music on it, but finding out that it actually had extra music on it when I purchased it, I was like, "Oh snap! So this is really worth it." But yeah, it's really interesting to notice that it is actually the exact same size and kind of packaging as the Luna project, despite them being from different companies.
Yeah.
But they had the same creative directors starting out, so that's kind of neat to see that connection kind of somewhat following through.
That is
But yeah,
cool.
what was your last project you
Uh,
bought, or
well,
at least one of them?
yeah, you helped me out there. I'm like, I guess I can just pick one because eventually I'll have like a haul video for it anyway. Let's see. Make sure I don't show my address. So I just got this like
That'd be good.
I just got this last week. Another box from
Wow.
Eve
See,
Pink.
mine's supposed to be coming like either this week or next week.
So I guess I'll just grab the album that's on the top. That's the easiest one. I haven't like taken it out or anything. So oh
Hence the need for a haul video.
yeah, so I'll just open it right now. It's cool.
This is an exclusive. The suspense is killing. I saw it was pink on
Yeah.
the outside.
Do you have a guess what it is?
I have no idea. No idea at all.
I believe you reacted to this one too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know I am the reactor guy.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay.
I'm assuming it's a female. Am
Actually,
I wrong?
it's Bam Bam.
Oh, it's Bam Bam. Oh snap.
Yeah, so can't really comment
Nice.
too much on it. I mean, I did listen to it. It's really good. But I can't comment too much on the packaging. But this is one of, let's see, they wrote down what I ordered on here. On the bubble wrap. Let's see.
Like the whole list?
Yeah, they wrote a list of everything that's in the box. So
Mhm.
it's 1 out of 5 things.
Okay.
There you go.
And we'll have to watch that video to see what the
Yeah.
rest is.
It's probably gonna be a while before you see what the rest of the box is. But yeah, so this is 1 of 5 of my last purchases from
Nice.
Eve Pink. So I like the pink version. I'm not a big yellow person, so I was like, I'll stick with pink.
Mm.
I think everything else are, yeah, they're all like dudes. So,
Makes sense, makes sense.
yeah,
We all have our tastes.
yeah. I was supposed to actually like check and make sure everything that's supposed to be in there is in there, so I'll do that later. But I
See, I'm
have,
reminding you to do important things.
okay, I'll do it right now, like really quick.
No. No, you're fine.
It's just there's so many like packing peanuts.
Mm, I got to see what one of those were.
Yeah, I realized that. Was it Monster X?
Yeah, it was Monster X. I was like, oh, I recognize that cover.
Yeah. Okay, everything is in there that's supposed to be in there. Oh,
ever
and
since,
I got a
ever
poster.
since, oh, that's pretty neat. A
Oh,
happy find.
yeah. I can't show it. It is not related to Bam Bam.
Oh, well, guess we'll have to wait.
The anticipation.
Indeed. Now, now that Bam Bam project, like as soon as you mentioned Bam Bam, a song popped in my brain. But the thing is, that song was actually from the Ribbon album.
Ribbon album.
I was thinking of, I was thinking of Air. Air popped into my brain. If you
Yeah.
remember that song.
Yeah, I remember that one. I am slowly working my way through God's 7 solo projects, so I think I have like 2 left, maybe? 2 or 3.
You're pretty far then.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Our next little fun prompt. Oh, I just am covered in peanuts. Okay. Uh, what is our least expensive merch, I guess? Just anything.
Least e- expensive merch.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I will go and try and find that then.
Yeah, and I'm gonna figure that out myself. I guess I'll go first since you've been going first the last couple.
All right.
I had a hard time picking because
All right.
I have gotten a few free things, so I count that as least expensive. So
I'm glad we ended up having the same thinking.
so I guess I try to pick the most interesting. I guess I could have taken it out the bag. That probably would help. More ASMR of plastic.
Hey, I'm digging.
Okay, so small little plug. I showed this in like my K-pop merch declutter video. So it's my Top Dog Lightstick that doesn't light up anymore. Any new batteries, but a friend got this for me at their concert. So,
Nice.
because she was like, "I'm so sorry." She was volunteering helping with the group, so she was like, I feel bad that I made you wait for so long, so I got you a light stick. So I have their light stick. I don't think they're
That's pretty
active.
great.
Yeah. And when it was lit up, it was pretty cool, but yeah, I just need to change out batteries. And they're the expensive batteries, too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Like the tiny ones?
Yeah. Because I had to buy like 6 of those for a different light stick, and I was like, these are so pricey. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna pick. So shout out to all those top class that are still around. So what did you
Alright.
grab?
So what I decided to grab, because I did grab something else first, but then I was thinking, no, I have something that I got for free. So I am going to say for K-pop merch was this poster of Loona because there's this certain person who I have from Patreon who has this really cool tier where you can get K-pop merch. And yeah, so I was able to get this poster from Miko. So yeah, this poster came along with the album, so thanks very much for that.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I got this for free, and she even got the version that I wanted because I love the gold and gold, black, and white just concept. It just looks super classy, and they look great.
Yeah.
And then I guess the only thing I really spent on this was getting this laminated, and they were really nervous about laminating it because it was already slightly glossy, and that's why it also has a little bit of wrinkles on it. So
It
it's okay
happens,
though.
yeah.
It's still a beautiful. it's still a beautiful poster, and I have that hanging up on the wall that you cannot see in this lovely shot. But
It's
yeah,
there.
so yeah, it's there. This is where they go, and it's goes over the door, but I just took it off from there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And in the future, you'll see an unboxing of said Loona album, like, eventually. It's a long
Oh.
video. It's an extremely long video, so if you love the epic Eve Pink haul or the epic Violet K-pop haul, it's that kind of length.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
I guess I'll read the other prompt, which of course is the most expensive merch.
All
So,
right.
good luck finding that. I have to think again.
Yeah. Well, I grabbed. I'm gonna use what I grabbed earlier as my most expensive because I'm saving something else for something else.
Oh, something else for something
And I'm sure you
else.
know what it is,
Okay.
but we'll see.
I
We'll
have
see.
I have a guess, but I'm not completely
Be,
sure.
be, being that I am the noob.
The noob. Yes. Okay. Uh, well, you get to watch me sit in contemplation of like what is the most expensive thing. Like I have a guess. I think I know what it is, and I think it's actually nearby me.
All right.
Yeah, the bad thing about buying stuff is like all of it sits in one like spot. So, I think it's this. Okay. I got mine.
All right.
I had to like really think when I was like, I think I know. I think it's this thing. My second guess would have been like a DVD. I don't really have like really I only have like one concert DVD. I might get another one, but that was kind of
Okay.
pricey, but I don't remember how much it is, but I'm pretty sure this is the most expensive thing. Uh haven't done a video on it yet. So I'll just show the box. My BTS Map the Soul Army bomb. I finally have one in my Lightstick.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Congrats. Congrats.
this is probably the most expensive thing I have K-pop merch wise. Let's see. Take
Okay.
out the box in case someone hasn't seen what it looks like, but yeah, so there it is.
Uh,
I don't have any batteries in it yet, but I'm going to be putting batteries in it for this weekend. So, there you go.
Sweet. Exciting.
Exciting.
All right. So, my thing, my merch that I would say is the most expensive thing I bought outside of one other thing is going to be the shirt that I almost wore. So, I got this little fan-made Stan Luna shirt that's on SundayMorningPancakes.com if you're wanting to, get one of your own. And it is currently on sale for $37. So yeah, it was a
Nice.
pretty steep price for this, but I, it's my old group, so I had to do what it do.
Yep.
It's really been soft, and I really like the design since it does kind of have like the whole moon motif and earth motif in the O's. So it's just like that's really neat.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's what I got for my most expensive merch purchase.
Don't
Um,
forget to stand Luna.
yes, Stan Luna. This is what it's all about.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So I guess should I start the next prompt then?
Yeah. I'm just trying to put this back in the bag.
Alrighty. So what the next prompt we have here is the most interesting packaging.
Ooh.
That's the one that's up next.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and find which one we think has the most interesting packaging.
Okay. This is gonna be fun.
Indeed.
That was a really tough one.
Yeah, I was going back and forth between one and another. There's like two candidates that I thought were real. Well, it started off with three, but then I whittled it down to two, and I finally just said I'm gonna just go with this one.
Well,
Like flipping a coin. It's
uh,
this one.
well, I did the opposite and just grabbed the three. So
You just grabbed the three.
I just grabbed three. I'm like, I can't pick.
You can't pick.
I can't pick.
Well, then should I grab my other two, and
Yes.
then we can vote
Yeah.
which one we find is the most interesting.
Yes. Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab the other two real quick then.
Okay.
So, the first one that I thought about showing off was the brand new Twice album,
Ooh.
Formula of Love.
Pretty.
The reason why I thought this one, yeah, it's really nice and it's really pretty. Uh, but what I thought was just interesting about it is the fact that it opens up this way
That's
instead of
weird.
sideways. So I was just like, that's weird. And so basically the whole thing is this way. You know, you have some of the pictures this like the long ways landscape, and then most of them are like portrait. So I just thought that's different. I never seen them do it in this direction
Yeah.
much, but it didn't quite compare to some of the other ones that I had, just because this is mainly just going this way. That was
Yeah.
the main difference. So that's why I was like, maybe this isn't the most interesting packaging that I have, but it's still different
Yeah,
from what I usually have.
I don't think I've seen a like go what is it? Vertically? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never seen that. It's usually like horizontal and then that's it.
yeah.
I guess in a similar vein, it's really like nothing super special like once you open it, but at the time when I got it, and I'm wiping off the dust because it's that old, got Seven's first release. It's a star.
Oh, wow, that is that is very interesting.
Even the little, it has like a tag on it too. That's a star. But yeah, opening it up, it's like, all the stuff's falling out of it. It's not super interesting. It's just like book, photo card, CD, but like, I was like, well, that's different. I mean, at first I was like annoyed because I'm like, this is a
How do I
weird
put
shape.
this away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why you do this? But it's kind of cool. But yeah, so this one was pretty good.
That is pretty good right there. All right. Well, now for the two that I kind of like figured was a bit of a tie between weirdest or interesting.
Yeah. Weird,
Um,
interesting,
yeah.
unique.
Yeah, and it is actually the Queendom packaging. I thought this was pretty interesting because it pretty much almost seems like a toy, like toy packaging. Like you would actually just see it hanging there with the toys, and then it's kind of like even like a toy box. So it's like an actual toy box kind of thing, and then you just open it up, and you got everything in here. Like once you have that, it's pretty normal, but you got like this little package with everything in it, and then you get the booklet. Oy, if you can get it out, that is. So you got the booklet, and then you have even just its own separate insert for the CD and the
That's
plastic. So I was just like, it really seems like kind of like a toy, but it's actually the album. So I thought that was pretty interesting little art direction for the album.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like one of their, former label mates, FX, the pink tape. I think it was an actual like cassette.
Oh, that's
So
neat.
yeah, I don't own it, but I thought that was pretty cool packaging.
That it that sounds cool. And plus that's a good album too.
Yeah, it is.
I enjoyed the Pink Tape quite a bit. So what's your
Let's.
next one?
Oh, I'm trying to decide. I guess I'll go from top to bottom because I like stack them. So, I guess
Okay.
similar to the GOT7, like in odd shape stuff. uh, G Dragon's Heartbreaker
Oh,
because it has like a
yeah.
face that sticks out. So it comes in a box,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it easier to like I don't know
Put away.
put away because like taking it out, it's like well, it has another box on top of the box. So you have to take that off. And now you get to the face. So, uh, pretty much inside it's, standard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Booklet, CD. But just the box inception and then the face thing
Yeah.
is just odd.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
But it's very GD. It's very on brand for
Yeah,
him.
yeah, that
And,
makes sense.
and I think I heard that this was one of his least favorite projects, but I was like, it was really good though. Don't hide your talent. It was good.
I have yet to experience it, but it'll be in the near future, hopefully. Hopefully.
Hopefully. More reason to subscribe. So what is your third choice?
So my third choice, which I find kind of like a tie, but I was gonna claim the winner of this category, this prompt, is actually the E-High project. For somewhat the same reason. Now you can't really tell, but it is actually kind of like it's actually not a proper square. There's actually like it slants to it.
Oh,
So if I try to stand it up, it leans over and it falls because it's not connected or anything.
that's
And the other,
weird.
yeah. So and the other thing is, this is also a box inside of a box. So this is
Like a bubble.
has the bubble. That way, because the whole art direction is to have the bubble with the art that's inside because it's all circular. And each of them actually, you could actually switch it out for any one of these
That's
that have
cool.
the bubble artwork. That way, when you try to post it up, it'll actually kind of feel like it's,
In a bubble.
convex. But the bad thing about that is that you can't really stand it up.
Yeah.
You have to kind of lay it down. So that kind of sucks. But then, like, the inside of it is also pretty much standard. You got your squared booklet and some
Yeah.
stickers and the
Maybe
actual CD.
maybe you need like one of those like easels that I see on like I watch a lot of organizing like shelf videos. They're very satisfying and it gives me some
Hmm.
ideas for like the future when I can have more space. Where they like have it
Yeah.
on like a little easel to like display like their really special CDs and stuff. The autograph
Yeah.
ones and yeah.
Yeah, that'd
So
be a good way to do it. Have it leaning on a little easel kind of thing.
yeah.
That'd work. That would work out.
Uh
But yeah, the way I have to put it in there is just lay it down flat. So,
sometimes you
yeah.
have to do that.
So, yeah.
I realized like all the albums I picked are like super old.
They got boring with the packaging,
Yeah.
Everything's so standardized.
It's like, well, some of like the newer ones, like some of them are interesting, but they're just not, I don't know, as innovative. At least the ones that I bought.
Hmm.
'Cause like I almost grabbed one of NCT's releases, the Limitless. It's in like an envelope, and they just threw a bunch of junk in there.
Here you go.
It's like, here's some stickers, and there's book, and also CD, but I didn't choose it.
Mm.
I kind of mentioned this like off camera before we like started this, but it's another Rain CD. It's back to basics.
Nice.
So it slides out. If let's see if carefully, it's like coming apart on the bottom. Let's see.
Be careful now.
Oh,
Be careful.
kind of took it off the track. It's okay, but yeah. So it's supposed to slide, but it's kind of janky. It's like in
Kind of
concept.
sticking a little bit.
Yeah, it's like in theory, good idea. I'm
Yeah.
like, careful.
In reality, it is a little more difficult
Yeah, like
to handle.
yeah, like this part like just completely came off. But anyway, so it has like a little holographic like picture of him shirtless. So
Wow.
that's nice. And then I think it flips up if I remember correctly. If I slid this all the way. Hold on. Oh, it flips down. I thought it flipped up. It flips down. It flips down. There you go.
Wow.
And there's a CD. But I thought that
Yeah,
was...
I don't think that's basic at all.
No. Not at all. Yeah, I
It's very
remember
complex.
filming the unboxing to this, and I'm like, I don't know how to open this. I need instructions. But I'm like, this gave me hours of entertainment, and not in a dirty way.
I'm
sure. It's just like the
Yeah.
it's like, ooh.
Ooh, holographics.
So
You're a
that,
child. It's okay.
yeah.
So am I.
Yep.
So am I.
Just big old giant adult children. But yeah, that was what my other pick is.
Nice. We got some more rain representation.
More rain. And clear it out.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm done.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
I had to do it.
Should we announce the next category then?
Yes.
That's somewhat around the same vein.
Yeah.
Outside of interesting packaging, we have artwork. We're gonna go pick our favorite artwork.
Yep. Yeet.
The holographic one is probably pretty darn close to being a favorite, I'm sure. Good, so I'm not the only one who couldn't decide between one.
Oh, you saw that I grabbed like quite a few.
Yeah, I was like debating between three.
Yeah.
But speaking of debating, we're meant to try and vote which one I thought was the most interesting packaging for yours.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that.
So I definitely have to say the Back to Basics ones definitely was like the most interesting way to package
Yeah.
the music. Out of the three, which one do you think was actually the most interesting?
I really like the Red Velvet one, like a lot. Like even in the stores, I'm like, that's so different. I was kind of tempted to bring up like that NCT album that I was like, well, this was interesting, but like, I don't know, it's just that I wouldn't have picked it for some reason. And I also have so many other things that I still haven't like shown or taken out of the box, so it's still in the box. So I'm like, these might have been choices.
Yeah, true.
How are those?
So-
How are those croissants?
Taunts are blissful. So yeah, favorite artwork. How many did you end up grabbing?
I grabbed 4.
You got me beat.
I couldn't decide.
I brought 3.
Okay, because there were some where I'm
So
like,
I guess you should go first.
yeah, there were a couple that I'm like, I really like, I guess, the packaging, but it's not like, didn't qualify for like most interesting. And then the album art is like really minimalistic, so it didn't qualify, so I didn't pick. Let's see. I guess I'll go from oldest to newest. Is that
Okay.
work? I think
You
this.
want to do this one in full batch?
We can go back and forth.
Okay.
Trying to figure out which one's older between these two. Oh goodness. Okay.
Yeah, many people can't tell between us two.
Huh. Oh.
Many people can't tell between us as well. Which one's older between the two?
Oh no, this one or that one. Okay, I figured it out because fortunately they put the month on here. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't know if this is kind of cheating. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to grab this one or not because I'm like, well, if you take out the CD, the art isn't that interesting, but what they did with it is kind of cool. So it's Tiang's Solar. So that's what it looks like.
That is really neat.
Yeah, it's just the CD that's in the opening. So I was like, that's really pretty. And plus, it's like my two favorite colors. But it's just interesting how they did that.
Yeah, that is.
It looks
really
cool. So, good old 2010 of July. So, that's when it came out. To make any other veterans feel old.
Well, mine also kind of has to deal with the slip cover. That goes kind of somewhat like what you were saying.
Yeah.
But yeah. This one is Yu-Gi-Oh's point of view. I really liked this slip cover along with this picture because the picture itself super basic.
Yeah.
But the fact that they added the extra artwork on the slip cover to make it look more interesting, I thought that was really neat.
Yeah.
So that's why I really like this kind of artwork on this one. It just looks really neat.
I almost picked that one. I picked it up and I looked at it and then I put it back. I was like,
wow, great minds think alike.
yes. I was like, maybe? Never mind.
Well, I picked it up for you.
Thank you. So, next oldest, also from good old 2010, is Beast Mastermind. I just like that it's shiny.
Oh. Wow.
It's just shiny all around. Just all the shinies.
All the time.
And
the camera can't tell it.
Yeah, and inside it's shiny too. And it's like a little folder
Wow.
pocket. So, yeah.
That is pretty.
Yeah. I was
Wow.
like, I like shinies.
Yeah, you like shiny? Are they back?
Shiny's back. Shiny's back.
Shiny's back. I honestly did look through Shiny's stuff to like see if I found that artwork interesting. I was this close to grabbing one.
Ah. See, I knew they needed some representation here. Alright, so this one technically goes to the booklet inside of it because this is Alexa's Revolution album, but you know, this is very plain. But as soon as you kind of open it up, the very first thing you end up seeing is the actual booklet. And you get this lovely art piece here. And I'm like, that is just really cool.
That is
Like,
super cool.
It's like, that's straight up artwork.
Yeah,
So-
that is straight up artwork.
So I was just like, I think that's really neat and a really cool presentation of like the whole cyborg AI concept she had for that era. So yeah, really, really like that art. So it's just hidden a little bit behind the plain cover.
Yeah, it's like a little artistic surprise.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you thought you were getting something normal, but look, artwork.
Mm-hmm. And it's still weird to end up calling this Alexa Revolution when the actual project's called Decoherence.
Makes no. Maybe that's what decoherent.
Yep.
There we go. I had to sound it out in my head.
We English.
Yeah.
We English. Don't worry.
all the English all day.
Mm-hmm. So what's your next one?
Okay. As much as I wanted to pick a different album from this group, it isn't, like, that interesting. It falls into that, like, it's very minimalistic, but it feels, like, sleek. But, so I chose The Power of Music, The War, EXO.
Oh.
So,
Like a true comic book.
yeah. And they even, like, have, like, more, like, the members and stuff. And I think inside it has, like, pictures of, like, their powers and all that other stuff. It's really interesting. That's the first picture when you open it, so.
Nice.
Yeah, and then it has, their strengths and powers and stats, but they're all in different, like, cards.
That's really neat.
Yeah, I think I did, like, a whole unboxing of it, but I'm like, I think this is, like, my favorite EXO packaging. When, like, my friend Angeline bought this one, I was like, I'm gonna get this version. It's the most interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Some beautiful artwork on that one.
Yeah.
I guess we both went with drawings there.
Yeah, went with drawings.
Alright, so my last one that I have, a little less on the super artistic side, but it is similar to kind of what you mentioned. And I like shiny things too. So I got Espa Savage. Oh my
God.
Don't you
Don't
know
you know
I'm
I'm a
a
savage?
So we do have some artwork on the backside with the whole Black Mamba kind of thing that you end up seeing there. But I just thought this was really neat. Wow, you can even see like all the fingerprint smudges because of just how shiny this mug is. But yeah. I really just kind of like the picture itself. Like the kind of hero shot from down below.
Yeah.
And the fact that it almost kind of just seems like a magazine, like a fashion magazine or something.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was really, really neat. And then, you got all the lovely pictures inside too. But, it was cool to have like the Black Mamba kind of Kwangia look thingy in the back, and then it's just so shiny.
Catch all that light and the shine.
It's just so shiny. But yeah. So this was the one that I would like. If I had to pick one, I was gonna pick this one. So yeah, those are my picks. What's your last one?
I agree. I like that one. Probably the most out of your picks. Because of the shiny.
It's just so shiny.
It's so shiny. Okay,
it's
so
like blinding.
But my last pick is also shiny too.
Nice.
It's Everglow.
Ooh.
I don't know. It just.
So you got the physical, huh?
Yeah. I was like, it's kind of cool. I like it.
That is neat.
And then on the back, it's kind of blocked by the sticker, but it does have them on it too, and that's a really good picture of them. So, I don't know if I posted the video for this yet, but it's somewhere. I think I did post it, but yeah. I just like the shininess. Yeah. And yes, I kept it in the plastic, because that's what I do.
Yeah. Well, gotta preserve it,
Yeah.
It'll be worth a lot.
Yeah.
And plus, what's the name of that album again?
Oh, God. The Alaska album?
One of the worst titles ever. No one wants to read out those numbers, the longitude and latitude.
It's too much. It's too much. So out of these, which would you pick?
Oh, man. Well, I do like shiny. No.
Even though I didn't pick shiny.
I actually, yeah. Actually, I think I would go with the EXO as my favorite one.
Okay.
For artwork there. EXO, but Taeyang was close, really close too. I
Good.
really liked that kind of design for the packaging along with the CD. That is a really neat touch.
Yeah.
But I think the whole going into the comic book concept to tie in with this powers, and it ties into everything about it.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's really neat.
Well, good
So
good
yeah,
job, EXO. You did it. Good.
yeah, good.
You did good. And congrats to Espa. So SM's totally winning on this one. Good job,
Yeah,
SM.
SM SM is killing the game when it comes to the artwork.
Yep. Let's see
So
what.
what's the next one? You want to introduce it?
Uh, oh my god. Okay. It is hardest to find album or merch. Or I guess I can say and merch if you want to do both. So,
Okay.
what is the hardest to find thing that you got?
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get to looking
Yep, same.
because I don't really end up looking like I mainly get my projects from one place only. Um, but there's only like two projects that I gotten from other places. But one was a little bit harder for me to figure out how to get. It didn't take too. It wasn't super hard for me to figure out how to get it, but I still found it interesting where I had to get it from. And that was, I believe it was from Amazon. I just had to, like, I think I ended up pre-ordering it, maybe? Was it a pre-order? And it sent me to a place that I didn't expect, and I think it was from Amazon, and that was the CL album.
Yay!
It was super hard to find. None of the stuff that I've gotten is actually super hard to find, since I mean I usually find everything I need elsewhere. But yeah, got the Alpha album with the nice little artwork, the little cloth thingy here. So yeah, and it's a project I know you have as well, but the other version.
Yep.
So, but I doubt it was very difficult for you to get, right?
No, not that
So,
hard at all.
yeah, so it's just yeah, I don't really have a good answer to this prompt. This is because everything I've gotten has been pretty easy to get.
That's a good non-problem to have. I
But there is something that, like, another prompt that will definitely have stuff that is been actually difficult.
yeah.
But
I have
but
a feeling I know
yeah.
what one of those things are.
Hmm.
So
Do you want me to go into the merch, or you want to go with what you
no,
have?
go ahead with your merch.
All right, so I have a hard time considering this really merch, but it is something that is one of a kind. Um, so there was a live event that was held online, and if you bought a certain package or whatever, you ended up getting a Polaroid with a little short message and signature. So to get this, it's gonna be hard to find, because then that means you have to find me. So yeah, it's just this lovely photo card, or the Polaroid that I ended up getting from Sarah Ryu, and she
Nice.
got to use my lovely Korean name that she gave me, Teo. So yeah, it was great to receive this in the mail, especially since I didn't think I was gonna get it, because when I entered in the information for the address, it was put in a little wonky. So I was like, oh no, I don't think I'm gonna get it, but I did. So that was pretty neat.
That's
Got a
your.
little story to it, and it's gonna be hard for you to find, but
Yep.
for me, I got it. All right, so yeah, my weird my weird response to that prompt is out of the way.
Yeah.
How about you?
Okay, I also have a weird response to the prompt. So, I kind of have a couple honorable mentions.
Okay.
Okay. One is not even like a K-pop item, but I feel like I should show it off because it was such a pain in the butt to like get it. Originally I had it saved on Amazon and then the price shot up. And then I found it on eBay and ordered it with something else, and they canceled it because they actually didn't have it in stock.
Oh no. Yeah, that is difficult.
Then I found it again on Amazon for a reasonable price, so I'm glad I have it, and I'll be doing an exclusive unboxing of it on Patreon, but it's the Higher Ground compilation blue red tape. So,
It's both of them, huh?
Yep, it's both.
Cool.
So, I'm so happy I got it, but it was such a pain to get. But I only say it's honorable mention because this is supposed to be K-pop and this is K-hip-hop, but I thought I'd bring it up anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Another honorable mention, honestly, I haven't been really searching for it. It's just one of those, like, oh, I wouldn't mind having this thing. If I see it, I'll grab it, and it's like another Lightstick. It's Shiny's Lightstick. So,
Ooh.
they had it, and I was shocked, so I was like, I need this, I'm going to grab it. Maybe they'll come back to Texas. I'm going to be ready for it now.
Nice.
And getting, like, older, I guess, like, second-gen Lightsticks are hard. It's very difficult, and I'll bring it up, like, later, but it's a task.
I believe it.
Okay, so...
Because I'm sure they're not making a whole lot more of that merch and such.
Yeah. Let's see. The stuff I picked kind of has similar stories to them, so that's why I had a hard time deciding. It was just, let's see. I'll go with this one first, because after I bought it, then they republished it, and then it was easy to get, so I was so upset. But, it was worth it, because I got a free, like, button that goes with it, so it's Wavy's Awaken the World.
Oh, that's a good album.
Actually, I picked the wrong album. It's the other album, sorry. Bad. But this was kind of hard to find, too. But it was the Take the World Moon sequel. That was super hard to find. But they republished it, and it was easy, so... But this was kind of hard to find, too.
Okay. Let's see pop.
Shut up! Okay. Okay, this one I got on Amazon, too. I think it's hard because it's a smaller group, and so there's not a lot of copies, but it's like MC Indie's first release. Ice Age.
Oh, Into the Ice Age.
Coming to Ice Age! Coming to Ice Age! Coming to Ice Age!
Yeah. So, I'm so happy I got it, and I'm glad it wasn't, like, super difficult, but it was still kind of hard to, like, find it at a reasonable price, and it was still in the plastic for free, so, like, not for free, but it was still in the plastic.
That's good.
So, I guess the hardest one to find, I guess, if I had to just narrow it down to one thing, it would be, Spica's first mini album repackaged Painkiller. This was hard to get.
Oh.
Because they're such an
I still
old...
have to listen to some Spica.
Yeah. Because they're such an old group and they're disbanded and the price went up and then it was like unavailable, but finally got it. Good old Amazon, so...
Good old Amazon.
Yeah, so that's all my choices.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is pretty interesting. Because, yeah, a lot of those I wouldn't expect to... Well, some of those I wouldn't be expected to be kind of difficult. I can understand Speaker being harder to find,
Yeah,
and I can understand the light stick possibly being harder to find too.
yeah.
But yeah. But
And
an MC and D, I would think that'd be a little bit easier to find.
their first release, I guess, had not a lot of copies because they're from a small company. So,
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah,
But I just didn't quite expect it. It's nice.
yeah.
All
So,
right.
gym life.
So so now the next one we got is our favorite light stick.
Fun. Okay.
Fun. So think of what your favorite light stick is.
I think I got it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't have to think much.
Yeah. I didn't have to really think too much on mine either.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So, what's yours? Because you already know what mine is.
Yes. So, okay. Well, I don't know why I want to say probably. That's a lie. I have the most light sticks. I'll go with that.
Mhm.
It's kind of become a new thing for me now. I'm slowly collecting them. They're so pricey, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, they can be very pricey.
yeah, I'm like, I know one day it's gonna be worth it. So, I also don't remember if I posted the video to this yet or not. I think I have. My favorite light stick is Vix's light stick. I just
Ooh.
really like theirs. The design's interesting, but like when it's slit
Mhm.
up, it has like their names on each facet
Oh,
of it, and
nice.
then like the Vix logo on the top also lights up and flashes and stuff too, and it has like stars and moons because their fandom name is
Oh.
called Starlights. So
Hmm.
I like this. This is the best one out of
That
the
is
one.
pretty darn neat,
Out of the
especially
one.
since it has like the members' names and such.
Oh, and they're on the top too. I don't know if you can see that, but
Oh, yeah, I can see it now.
yeah, I was shocked when Eve Pink like announced that they had their light stick because it's been sold out for a while, and it's not like I was looking for it or anything, but I'm like, well, I gotta grab it now.
It's like it's here. I might as well get it before it's gone.
Yep, and I think at the time I only had like one light stick to my name, which
Mhm.
was God7's, because I was like feeling really bad because I was like, I'm such a bad God7 fan. Let me catch up. Yeah, I think that one's my favorite.
All right, that is pretty neat. I'll have to see it lit up one day.
Yep, you will. Don't you worry, I got a whole video of it lit up.
All right, so for me, my favorite light stick happens to be this right here. It's the lovely stick that lights up. It's kind of like a flashlight, but it's pretty darn neat. No, actually, I figured I'd add the joke answer since you already know what I have. It's my only actual light stick that I own. There are some in the future that I am thinking about possibly purchasing, but the only one that I currently have is the Loona light stick, formerly known as the high bong. And then they realized, oh, that's suggestive. Maybe we shouldn't go with the high bong.
No, it's a bad name.
So yeah, I figured I'd let you know that little funny story. It was the 1 year anniversary of the release of the light stick, and so they decided that they were gonna try and name it. And the Luna members came up with High Bong because their debut song was Hi Hi as a group, and then Bong for just light sticks in
Stick, yeah.
general. So yeah, and then they found out, oh, this could in other countries that could be understood quite differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess since you mentioned how it lights up and shows like the members' names and stuff, it doesn't quite have the members' names, but since each member has representative colors, this actually has all 12 colors,
Ooh.
and then it also has white, and it also flashes white too. So it has like 14 different color moves.
Cool.
So, yeah, it is pretty darn neat. It is also one of the bigger light sticks that you can end up seeing. Then it to me, like I heard that this was like the biggest light stick, but then like a month later, one ended up beating it, which is actually one that I'm thinking about getting, which is Dreamcatchers.
Yeah.
And it's like a true staff.
Yeah, I looked it up after we talked about it. I'm like, good lord.
Yeah, it is a true staff, which kind of makes sense for Dreamcatcher. But yeah, if you seen the picture or if you remember the picture earlier of my collection, I usually just actually keep the light stick in half. I keep the base, this base part, tucked away in the box, and I just have this up here that way, and that way it I can display it without having it take up so much room, and then I also still get to store away the batteries, and it's not sitting exposed. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that is my favorite light stick. Outside of my flashlight, that is.
Yeah. Since you went into detail on like how you display it, like I guess for me, I've been keeping it in the box for now, but I've seen people like actually like I guess stand it up. I don't know if they like put something on the bottom or what, but I'm like I want to do that in the future, like take it out of the box and actually properly display it. But like for now, it'll stay in the packaging.
Yeah.
For like all the light sticks I have.
Yeah, so that's mine. I'm a noob, so I have to
There's
get
nothing wrong
get
with
some
that.
more later. Had to get some more later, but yeah, that technically is also my most expensive merch.
I had a feeling.
The light stick. Yeah, the light stick was definitely technically the most expensive merch, but I knew what prompts we had, so I saved it
Yeah.
for later.
I guess to inject a little like more female energy on my end, if I had like to pick like a second place favorite, it would probably be G Idol's light stick.
Mm.
It's nice. And it's purple.
Nice.
And it's purple.
It's purple.
So-
Your favorite color.
Really? I didn't know that.
Is that their actual official color? I'm not sure.
I have no idea. I'm a bad Giddle fan. I'm a bad Neverland. It's within reaching distance. I can grab it. So here's their light stick. I have not filmed the video for it yet, but it was another one of those like surprise to see it in the store. But yeah, so that's their light stick.
Ooh,
It has
yeah,
glitter in
with
it and stuff. Yeah.
With the little
And
nice.
yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I think they would be like my second favorite light stick.
It is a pretty nice light stick. But what about biddies?
Biddies is okay.
The bomb. You got the bomb.
The
Bath of
bomb.
the Soul bomb.
The bomb's cool. Exo's light stick's cool too.
You gonna get the or do you have the Big Bang light stick?
Um,
The little VIP crown kind of.
not yet. I was gonna actually answer that for another prompt.
Oh, my bad. Oops.
No, it's cool. Like, I could totally edit that part out. Like, actually, I found a place where I can get that and then the thing that I was gonna get you. So, I'm like, I was like, I can finally have my big light stick.
The first light stick in K-pop, right?
Yep. I'm like, I need this so bad.
And they're almost back.
Yep. I am hoping that like Top does sign to another label and like does another solo thing. I
I think
need a full solo project.
I think he said he was working on a project on his own.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So,
So where are we on this? Number 10.
so
Oh,
we're on the
most
most
solid
solid
project.
project.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you said they're all solid. Very, very,
Yes, they
very
are extremely solid projects. They do have a little give to them. You can bend them a little bit, but they're
don't
pretty
bend it
darn
too
solid.
hard. They'll
Don't
break.
bend it too hard. It is a little rigid, so it can snap.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's find out what we find is the most solid project in our collection,
Okay.
music wise.
Music wise, yes. Okay. Did you pick one or more than one? Oh, I forgot to put this back.
I grabbed one, and then I went back just in case you grabbed more than one.
I grabbed more than one, but I honestly could just pick one though.
Okay. How you want to do it?
Uh, I'll let you go first.
How many? Well, how many did you actually grab if you were to do more than one?
I grabbed four.
Okay.
But really, I could narrow it down to one. I was just kind of like, I could kind of like top four it, I guess, in a way.
Because
Or top,
I just grabbed two,
okay.
but I know what my true answer is. So
Yeah, same. Okay.
okay. All right. So who wants to go first then?
You can do the honors.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna go through my runner-ups.
Okay.
Well, my runner-up, then you can go through your runner-ups, and then we can go for our winners. How does that sound?
That works. Yeah.
All right. Since we I'm sure we like to give love to as many groups as we can,
Yeah.
especially if they're smaller groups.
Yes,
So
definitely.
so yeah, my runner-up is actually a smaller group, but I still find that they are a group to watch out for because their talent is amazing and their discography has been great, and they've been on my notable list, and it happens to be Pixie. So this is Pixie's Temptation Chapter 3, their second mini album. Every single track on here is amazing. Now, when it comes to the purchases I make, um, that I don't know if all the viewers know this, but my standard to actually buy an album is that I have to like every single song on the project. So coming down to like which is the most solid makes it seem like it'd be a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But what helps me narrow it down is over time. So since this is newer, it's a lot easier for me to still not skip any track on here. But everything on here is super good. I said cool and good at the same time.
Super cool.
Super good. But yeah, um, the it basically had two title tracks because they had a music video for Addicted and the music video for the English version of Bewitched, and so yeah, really great stuff on here, and it is just got some really great music that I cannot recommend enough. Stan Pixie, become a Winksy. It's great.
Promote all the
So,
groups.
so what are your honorable mentions?
Okay. As much as I wanted to pick a Shiny album or a Taemin album, I'm just gonna blanket say that their whole discography is just fantastic and it's just impossible to pick one.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
One project, I don't think you would pick it because it's not K-pop, but I just do want to shout it out.
Do it.
As an honorable hip-hop mention, BB.
You have that?
I have it.
I didn't even think there would be like physical copies of it.
Yeah.
I need to get that.
Yes.
I need to get that. I need to add that to my collection.
Yeah. After you praised it and stuff, and then I listened to it, and I was like, I like every song, so I bought it. So that's a non-K-pop pick.
Yeah, I need that. I need that. See, now I'm happy. I went ahead and said give the honorable mentions. I need that.
I mean, I also could have like threw an Epic High as well because they're amazing, but not gonna put them in there. I guess as a third place K-pop one, and my patrons know I said this is like one of the most solid BTS projects ever. Map the Soul 7. Best album.
Yeah.
Other albums are fine too, but I feel like this is like the best one. So I'm glad I bought it from Tarjay.
There's a lot of people who would agree with you, so no shade from me.
Yeah. And my second place, I mentioned this in my Miko's Music Connection for it, which is Stray Kids Miro. I liked every single track, which is hard for me. I'm super critical. My criteria isn't for me to like every single track, which is probably why I have the problem that I have now. But I do have to like about half or more, and I have to like really, really love it to buy it. And then there's some groups that I just blindly just pre-order because I know it's going to be great anyway, like Shiny and Taemin. So, but Miro made me super, super love Stray Kids and made me excited to check out the rest of their discography. So they're definitely my second place.
Well, then I guess I should go ahead and give my winner. I knew instantly pretty much that this is the one that I was going to end up showing as my most solid album, this most solid project. And I have a photo card in here that is about to fall out, so let me put that away first. But yeah, so this one has still gotten better with age, so that is another thing that made me know that this had to be it. It had the time to possibly get old, but this album I still love from start to finish. I don't have to skip anything, and that is Kai's first album.
Ooh.
Kai's first mini album is definitely my pick for the most solid project. It hit so many different kind of styles. He sang his butt off. The project video, which all isn't in here, but but the project video, the trailer was super cool. See him do something for each of the tracks, and Reason is still my favorite track off the whole album, but every single one of them is like easy to put on repeat, and that to me is grounds to say it is the most solid project in my collection so far.
I have sadly still haven't listened to it yet, but I am almost on that shelf. So, right now I am working through a certain section of stuff, but I'm going in alphabetical order. So right now I'm on EXO. Haven't gotten to Kai yet, but he's on the next shelf down.
I think you're gonna like it.
Oh, I do not doubt that.
You have heard right?
I have heard
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of what helps me want to like listen to more. Like, I am on board. Sign me up. Same with Peaches. Haven't even listened to it yet, but I have listened to the song.
Yeah.
And I do have the CD.
Girl, you like peach. Gotta pick him. But yeah, great. He's a great soloist.
Yeah,
he's a great as a soloist. I still have to dig into more EXO to be honest.
Yeah.
but I have a feeling I'm gonna love a lot of what they have.
Oh yeah, definitely. I almost picked an EXO album. Like, right now in my car, I'm listening to Love Shot for the first time. Like, the whole project. It's very solid. Love, pretty much every track. There might be, like, two I would skip. Like, they're not bad, but it's just something I wouldn't return to. It's just slower ballads. I'm like, this is nice and pretty, but I'm like, we can skip. But I guess in a similar, like, feeling of how you feel about the Kai album, I think like, coming back to it every time. And BM5 has heard how passionate I am about this group, and how, and every time I, like, listen to this one, it makes me happy, but, like, kind of mad, because this was, like, their best project ever, which is BAP's second full album, Noir. It's not the version that I wanted, but it's okay. I'm okay with that. So they had, like, different member versions, and I couldn't get my bias. He was there at the con, like, on the table, and I'm like, I'll get it Sunday. It was gone.
And gone.
It was gone. So I had to get this one. Every track is so good. It is like listening to a movie. It's great. I'm still mad about
I need
it.
to do that.
Yeah, I'm still upset. They broke up. They left us with such a masterpiece, and then it's like, yeah, we're gonna, like, break up. I mean, technically they didn't break up. They kind of, I think they were trying to do what GOT7's doing, which is like, we left the company, but we're still a group kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
but it just didn't quite work out the same way.
Hasn't quite happened yet. And maybe one day.
Maybe, who knows?
Still hoping. Trying not to go into a BAP deserved better rant, but they did, and they could have been just as big, or maybe even bigger than BTS. That's all I'm saying. They were in that upward trajectory. So, thank you, TS Entertainment, for screwing up that plan.
Just a terrible system. Entertainment is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What is our next prompt? Let's see. Favorite release from your alts group or groups? Oh, so, yeah, I only said
how many are you gonna end up grabbing? You're gonna do a couple of groups, or you're gonna go with one?
Okay. Well, technically I already showed, like, one of the albums from one of my alt groups, which is BTS, so I can skip that. I'm not gonna show that again, but that would be one.
Okay.
So I'll have to, like, hit my other alts. And sadly, I have to skip Rain. Sorry, Rain. I'd only have 2 CDs of his, so it's not too many choices. Yes. But I think I can figure out of my other alt groups. I'm gonna try. Okay. I don't have a lot, so.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, I am going to go get. I'm probably just gonna go get one.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya.
I don't know. These are hard.
So, how many did you grab?
I grabbed 4.
Good. I grabbed 3.
Okay.
Add to add to the conversation.
Yeah, there are some that I'm like, I can't really pick because I haven't listened to them. So there's that. I have a lot of CDs to listen to.
Yeah. You gotta get on it.
Yeah, try my best.
I know. You have to be careful with your time.
I
So,
have such a short commute. It's hard to like get through them so fast.
yeah. Well then, I think you should go first as the vet. Show me how it's done.
Oh, God. Okay. First, no disrespect to the ladies, cause I would have picked some. But I just don't have a lot of like a group. Um,
Don't worry. I got you covered there.
yeah. Well, it's just like, okay, so Nine Muses, I have one release. But I don't know if it's like my favorite release from them.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Spica, I mean, I already showed it. That's definitely my favorite release. Just like the BTS Map the Soul, that's my favorite release from them. Idol, I don't know what to pick. I feel like I need to like re-listen to it all.
Re-listen to them.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
to like figure out like which one I like the most, but I have all of their releases, like all of their mini albums.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see.
Full album coming soon.
Yes, I'm still contemplating whether I want to pre-order or not on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, might as well. I got all the other ones. Okay. I guess I'll go with this one first, cause I mean, I'm not confident it's my favorite, but right now it's the only release I have of theirs, and I'm working on getting the other one. But Hot Shot, second mini album, Early Flowering. So they're one of my alt boy groups. And I am in disbelief that they're disbanded. I have not heard anything, so they are not disbanded. Sticking to it. Just let me be delusional. But no, this like really like even though there's like 5 songs on it, they're all really good, and they show like different sides of the boys and how much they've matured since their first release, which was like a lot of hip hop, but every now and then there was something melodic and good for the fans, you know, vocal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one. Stan Hot Shot.
Yeah. Stan Hot Shot. Whoa, whoa.
Woo woo. That's one of my choices.
Okay. Want to alternate then?
Yeah, let's alternate.
All right. All right. Well then, I'll go ahead and get this one out of the way, since I did actually pick one that I have shown before. So we already know my old group is Loona. So out of the ones that I have, this is my favorite release that I currently own. So this is Hash. I also own Midnight, and I also own but when it comes to the music on the project, I like I like the songs on these a little bit more, because look, the mug has Number One, which is an amazing B-side. Oh Yes I Am, which is like one of my favorite Luna songs, like full group songs as a whole. Tang Tang Dang is also really, really good. 365 is the fan song that they made, the very first fan song they made. So really like that. And then there's also a hidden track on here as well, which is another one of my favorite Luna songs of all time, which is called Day and Night. So yeah, even though I like all the songs from the other projects, these ones get a little bit more play than the other ones. So that's why I had to bring out Hash again. Even though the title track, So What, is probably one of my least played Luna songs. But I still like it. That's just how it happened. The B-sides really sold this as my favorite out of the 3 I own.
Good
So
choice.
what's yours? Next one.
Okay. Crazy thing, I thought of another one, but I'm not gonna bust it out because it's fine. I mean, I'll mention it. It's Big Bang's Made. Like, I guess I would pick that because, like, okay, don't come at me, VIPs, but their discography, like, sucks. I'm sorry. They don't have any solid album releases, but Made, best release. But I didn't grab it. I totally forgot about it, and it's fine. Like, I still feel weird even calling myself a VIP because of how I feel about their albums, because they suck. They don't have, like, a solid, like, for me to, like, buy it, it's like, I like 3 songs, and the rest I can do without. Let's see.
But them title tracks, though.
The title tracks are good! They're so good! Okay. I had a hard time picking an EXO album because they're so good. But I think I like the most tracks on this one. I could be wrong. It was between this one and the one after it. So this is their second mini album, The Overdose. But it's the M version, so there you go. Sorry, C-pop, but yeah. Every song, banger. But
nice.
Love Shots, really good. I already mentioned that. Their first album is really good. And Exodus is pretty good. Yeah, so far they've been, like, consistently, like, solid. But every now and then there's, like, some song. It's usually a ballad. And some songs that I like to call, like, shiny reject songs. Sad to say. Those are kind of...
sounds like a shiny song.
Some of those are not so great, but I mean, I can look past it and be like, it's fine. So, yeah. Probably Overdose might be my favorite EXO. Could be wrong. Ask me a different day. I'll probably pick a bit different, like, release. Also, right. Shiny box.
Shiny box.
Shiny boxes.
Okay, so I figured I'd just go ahead and, like, mention some of my other top groups. So another one of my favorite groups.
Is it Victon?
So we're gonna go ahead and expose the Victon hate. I don't actually hate Victon. It's an inside joke, y'all. It's an inside joke. No, it is. I told you I'm representing the girls. So
yeah,
Red Velvet is one of my favorite groups that I've listened to, and they're definitely my number 2 due to the discography that is just amazing. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of this stuff, but I'm going to bring out the subunit, Monster by Irene and Solgi. Since I already brought out Queendom, I love that album, but to show something else, instead of having 2 repeats in this favorite release from Ult, wanted to show off this one here. Monster was a fantastic track. Naughty was a great kind of subtitle track. Diamond is like one of my favorite songs in the Red Velvet discography in general. Then everything else is really great too. Feel Good. Jelly is really good. And then Solgi's solo Uncover is also a really cool track, and didn't expect her to go over kind of that sparse sound that, you know, it presents. So I was just like, I didn't think she would do this, and it sounds amazing. But yeah, you can't really go wrong with Red Velvet. Pretty much every song that they've come out with is pretty darn solid, and I'm looking forward to the River Festival 2022.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Coming soon.
Coming soon to a K-pop store near you. Okay. I think I know which one to pick as, like, I don't know, we're not ranking them, but I'll save that one for last for sure. Okay. This one was hard. And I'm now recently calling him one of my alt groups. Like, it's way overdue.
Alright.
And I wanted to pick a Taemin album, like, so bad, but it's too hard. So difficult. It's the most difficult thing in the world. Like, all this stuff is so good. And then there's, like, I think, like, 2 projects that I still haven't listened to completely.
Okay.
I think it's Never Gonna Dance Again and Advice. That those I haven't listened to those yet. So I decided, okay, I'll stick with the group. So obviously it's SHINee, but even that is super hard because all their stuff is too good. It's ridiculous how good their discography is. So I chose their second album because this is the one that made me a fan of SHINee, because I actually didn't like SHINee at all. I thought they were too cutesy. And I couldn't get with it. But I'm glad I did, and it's Lucifer. Lucifer sold me. This was the one that, like, got me. So this one was the one that made me the SHINee fan. So I was like, I will pick this one. It gives me nostalgia feels, and every track is solid.
Nice.
Yep. There you go.
SHINee is back.
SHINee is back. But yeah. Whenever you do a deep dive on SHINee, you will understand my, like, difficulty trying to pick one. They're all good.
I'm looking forward to it, cause like, just like with EXO, I feel like I'm gonna like a lot, cause Obsession and can't fight the feeling, or can't stop the feeling.
Yeah.
I still can't remember exactly which one it is. I think it's Stop, but anyway.
Yeah.
Both of those albums were really good, and then I also really enjoyed the SHINee album. Well, the Atlantis repackage, and what was the original called?
Don't Call Me, because I pulled the trigger and got it, and I was like, no, they repackaged it. I knew they would repackage this. They always repackage stuff.
Yeah.
And the funny, I guess the interesting thing is I've heard all, like, their older stuff, but I have not listened to Don't Call Me, and I haven't listened to Obsession and Don't Fight, or Don't Stop, whatever. That one, I haven't listened to that yet, so. But, hey, I'm on EXO right now, so I'll get to it. So
you'll get to it, and you will enjoy it.
Yep.
I have a feeling.
Don't fight it. Oh, God.
So, the next group that I'm going to end up bringing up is another one of my favorite girl groups. They're definitely getting close to ult status. So, yeah. Because they also just have a really solid discography, in my opinion. And that happens to be So, yeah. The Guess Who album is one of the albums I own from them that I think is just amazing from top to bottom. It was definitely one of their harder hitting projects, because this had Mafia in the Morning, and it had a lot of hip-hop influence in it, and that's a way to my heart.
Yeah.
Especially since they do it pretty well. And then you also still get kind of like a softer feeling, like kind of sound with Tennis, which is also a really great song that they closed it out with. And yeah, really, really solid project. 6 of really great tracks, and I love it. And I mean, just look at the styling on here. My goodness, they look great. They look great. So, yeah, love you, Rujin. And what's the next what's your final one?
Okay. Another group, one of their, I think it's their last, might have been their latest, like, release. I haven't listened to it yet, but I mentioned that like I really like the sleek packaging and stuff, but it's just there's nothing going on with it, so I'm like I can't pick it because I hadn't listened to it yet. I only know like the one song, which is like really good. This one I was looking at the track listing and I definitely like the most songs off of it, and when it comes up on my iPod, because yes, I still have my iPod, it makes me super excited. So, Vix's their very first album, Voodoo, and it's signed. I don't know if you can see that, but
Ooh, yeah, I see a little bit of the signature there.
yeah.
That is nice.
So yeah, this one's pretty good. I love it. I will always come back to it. It always makes me happy when it pops up on my iPod. So I'm like, nostalgia. This was so good. This was their prime. This was their height. So
Go Voodoo, go Vix.
yeah, I think they might be like maybe my favorite boy group. Being very cautious.
Just tiptoe towards that one, huh?
Might be number one. I don't know. I mean, Shiny should get number one. They deserve the number one, but I don't know. It took me a while to get to Shiny, but love Vix. Instantly love Vix.
Nice. Well, that did have the darker concept, right?
Yeah.
Did they have that from the start?
No, not at all.
No?
I think their very first like video was like very bright comic book arcade theme. Because they had like Rock Your Body, which is kind of like a dancey type song, and then they had Superhero. Yeah, it was just really bright and
Did
colorful.
it sound anything like Daft Punk's Rock Your Body?
No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, they were definitely like brighter, and then they went into like the darker concept stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, when I eventually get to deep dive on them, I'll find out. Huh?
You got a lot to deep dive, and so do I.
Yeah, but not everything is gonna be on camera, so don't expect that.
No,
not everything is gonna be on camera.
No, it's totally fine. I get excited to hear like your thoughts on like groups that I've been into for like years and years. So, like Big Bang. So.
Well then.
Yeah.
Should we get to the next prompt then?
Next prompts.
So this one we can actually kind of we actually don't necessarily have to go grab something unless you want to. But this next prompt is a group you wish you had more of that you currently own. So should we grab something that from that group, or just go ahead and mention the group we wish we had more of their stuff, whether it be merch or albums?
I mean, we can give them a little plug.
Okay. Let's hit it.
Okay. Clearly, I'm greedy. That's what's going on here.
So you have more than one then, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, good, because I went out under that mindset as well.
Okay. Good. Guess we'll trade off. Is that what we're doing, I guess?
Okay.
If you want to do that.
That's fine with me. I just want to mention 3. How many are you want to mention?
I got quite a bit.
All right. Well,
some of them I didn't even grab their stuff. I was just gonna like just mention it.
Okay.
That's
like, what I did with one. One of my recommendations, I didn't grab a thing.
Okay. Do you want me to start this one then?
Let's hit it up.
Do you want to start? Oh, okay. Okay. So, some of the stuff that I would like to have in my collection, I've somewhat mentioned throughout the video, like, more shiny stuff. Big Bang Lightstick, that would be awesome. I grabbed the album that I mentioned earlier. I just haven't done an unboxing for it, so it's like in a bag. So here's Made. with all the songs, not just the M, not just the A, or the D and the E. So silly. There was something else, I think. Maybe more GOT7 stuff, but I'm kind of like still listening through their discography. I would like more Everglow stuff, but I just got singles. I just don't do singles, but I would love more Everglow stuff. I feel like there was something else. I can't think of any. Okay, but I guess out of my pile, one I can't really go into too much detail, but Monsta X. So I just grabbed a different thing. So definitely want more Monsta X. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't say more for reasons. Okay. Do you want me to go through all of them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Since I have like, okay. Another one. They don't get talked about a lot. I think their name is pronounced, what is it, Kinnikuun, K-N-K. This is the only release I have, but I would mind like having more. And they haven't done anything in a while. What's going on? Make some more music.
Maybe the D word.
Oh no! Not the D word.
Who knows?
But no, I really like them. They make some good stuff, and I want to get like at least one or two more things, even if they're like singles. But I don't want to pay like a ridiculous amount for them either. Yeah. But they're one group that needs a little bit more love. Okay. Got this in LA and did a whole video of it and realized I need to get like the rest, and also, well, I don't have any albums from them at all, which is Block B, but they're subunit Fast Stars. So I'm working on getting the rest of these because I don't know what I was doing with myself, just sleeping on them. I love them, so why don't I have any more of their CDs?
Because you're slacking. Slacking
hard. Girl group, older girl group, FX. I need more FX CDs.
Oh,
so this is the only one I have. ABO. I have new ABO. This is the only CD I have of FX. I don't know why I didn't get more, but I should. So I wouldn't mind having more FX.
They also have
on my
a pretty
shelf.
Good discography.
Yes,
I like
they do.
A lot of their music.
Totally agree. Another girl group that I own and have, I know I already mentioned like 9 Muses. I didn't even grab them, I just left them there. But I did grab Tierra. Forgot, they're one of my old girl groups that disbanded, then came back. So this is the only CD I have of theirs. It's a great album.
You need more.
Yeah. Very solid release. It even says absolute first album, repackaged edition, Breaking Heart. So, yeah, very good CD. I kind of cheated on the one that was the next in the stack because I actually don't own anything by the group, but I have the solo album, and you already showed this off, which is CL. So,
nice.
I need 21 albums. I don't have any.
21. Come on, to anyone.
I don't have any to anyone on my shelf. I slept on it. I had it in my wish list. I kept putting it off.
Blackjack?
Right. I need to like revoke my blackjack cards, right? Just throw it on the
right
table,
now you're
walk
just
away.
A GZB.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I always wanted their album. I put it off. It's been sitting in my wish list forever on Yes Asia, and now it's like hard to find because it's old. But one day, I would like to get some 21 on my shelf. Last but not least, another super hard group to find like their older releases, and I think it's because there's not a lot of like copies out, like MCND. Ace. I need more Ace.
Okay.
I love their older stuff. I wanna, like, there's nothing wrong with their newer stuff. I actually haven't listened to this one at all, but I love their newer stuff too. Like, I have 3 of their releases, but I would like to get their older stuff because they're really good too. But they're just super hard to find because of there wasn't a lot of copies that were pressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everything I grabbed.
Sorry,
I was like,
solid list.
Yeah, I think everything else is like I have like a good bulk, and I might be missing like maybe 1 or 2 releases or something. Like Shiny, I'm missing. Like Misconception of Us. I would love that album on my shelf, but I didn't grab any Shiny. Just they're fine where they are.
Leave them where they're at. Refocus.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. So what did you grab?
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and say what I didn't grab because I basically showed the two projects that I have. But I would love some more Red Velvet. I would love some more Red Velvet because, like mentioned before, really love the discography, and I want more of it on my shelf. It would be fantastic to have. And I'm trying to think if there's any other groups that I actually have on the shelf that I could talk about wanting more of, but I think
21.
but I think what I have here is will do fine. So first, I'm definitely going to bring them back up, just to show I do indeed have more. I would like
Loona.
more Loona. I would love to get a lot more of the older material since I did start at Hash. So I would like to go back and get some of the older ones, including the solo projects and subunit projects. But I know those are probably going to be a hassle to find since they did not print them a lot. And then the other group, I kind of brought this one out just because I wanted to show that I own it, but it would be great to have more material from this group, and that's Blackpink.
Yep. I almost grabbed them. I almost grabbed it. I'm like, that's like not even my fault. That's them.
Yeah, that's YG's fault. Like, with my standard of having to like every single track, technically Square Up, Square One, they don't necessarily fit the criteria, and also those single ones, like I wouldn't buy those anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Kill This, I guess basically the 2 that would be on the list would be Kill This Love and Square Up. Those 2 would have enough tracks, but there's one track that I'm on those that I would be like, I don't really like it as much. So technically they don't fit the criteria to have more, but if they would create more material, I would like to own it. Especially since this album to me was so good. So yeah, whatever they're working on right now, I would like to have it.
Yeah.
And I want more of this group's material because Blackpink are really talented and they are just very underutilized. So, but everybody pretty much knows that already.
Yeah.
But I just kind of
and if
want
you
to
don't
shout
know, now
out,
you
like,
know.
hey, yeah, I just kind of wanted to shout out, hey, yes, I like Blackpink. That was my true entryway, despite being introduced to other groups ahead of time. But yeah, I still remember being sent the link to Boombaya and Whistle when they debuted. You sent me those links, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, and then I never looked back at them until way later. like a couple years later, and I was like, oh, you know what? They really are good. Let me listen to more.
Yeah.
It took me a while
And
to bite the bait.
the interesting thing is, like, those releases that, like, I shared with you, like, I would love to own them, but I don't do singles either.
Yeah.
Like, I would like Square One and stuff, because I was like, those songs were really good when they first, like, started. And even though now I've learned and watched the video of, like, it's the same formula, but, like, they were really good.
It's
But
a
I'm like,
good. The formula worked.
yeah, and I was hoping, like, oh, it'll be, like, on an EP or an album or something. No, just a single.
Just those singles,
Just
single albums.
big old giant disappointment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of other groups that I would love to have more material of, but a lot of the stuff that I own are of newer groups, so it would be more future releases. And even though I did that with Blackpink, I didn't feel it'd be fair to do that with a lot of the rookie groups that I enjoy. But yeah,
Yeah.
so the main
while
ones
you're
that I would like to have older material of that I know for sure that I want is Red Velvet, because I also have like Boa on the shelf. I know she is known to have a great discography, but I have not heard it yet, so I'm not sure if I really need to own all of those.
Yeah.
And and Twice, I love Twice, but not a lot of the Twice albums that I've heard all of them. A lot of the Twice albums I don't like every single track, so doesn't meet my criteria. But they have fantastic discography, just not something that I can say they're the group I need to own more on my shelf. Right now I currently own everything that I need outside of getting the Perfect World album. I do need to get that one. But anyway,
Yeah,
we
I
got
was
another prompt to
trying.
get to, right? Or
Yeah,
did you have
I
a
was
question?
trying. Oh, I was just gonna say I was trying not to like take up too much time, like trying to like find groups that I wanted more of, because I was like, I got boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes, but I'm like, I don't have time to like look through these because I don't remember what like I got.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm just like constantly at this point like filling in gaps of older stuff.
Hmm.
That's where I'm at this moment. And then some of the newer groups or groups that are still active, occasionally I'll throw in a pre-order here and there, like my Stray Kids and stuff. So it's hard out there being a K-pop fan, being
Yeah.
a multi-stan especially.
Hmm.
So I guess our next prompt is where we were going.
The release that someone would be
Ooh,
surprised you
fun.
have in your collection. Do you have in mind what that release would be that they'd be surprised? I already know what
Oh,
mine is.
well, one of them is in that box I held up. So
Oh
that
yeah.
would definitely be one. But I'm gonna look, see if there's something else that would be surprising.
Hmm?
Okay. If I can't find anything, just gonna grab that. How them chips? Nice. Just tortilla chips. You know what? I totally forgot I had a Mamamoo album. Would totally love more Mamamoo albums.
Hmm. Thought about pulling out my Win project, but then I remembered, oh yeah, there's usually a song or two from the Mamamoo albums that I wouldn't don't care for as much, so it doesn't pass the test.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad with the one that I have. I mean, I haven't listened to it yet, but in theory, I think I'm glad that that's the one that I picked, which was their best album. Because I figured their best album.
The best of. Got you.
Yeah, the best of album. Yeah, their best album. You know, the one.
I was like, well, they're like redone versions, though, right?
It still counts.
Okay.
I'm like,
they're basically like concert versions of the song.
Ah, okay. I'm like, it's close enough. What in the heck is this? Oh my gosh! It's
surprised.
It's photo cards. I'm just now opening this, so I'm like, there's extra photo cards in here. Sorry, nice. I didn't make a photo card prompt. I'm like, I don't keep mine anywhere special, so.
Well, mine are just in my Lightstick box.
Yeah, mine kind of stay with its album, cause I'm lame.
Well, the Kai one apparently stayed with its album, but then I just now moved it to the Lightstick box.
Yeah, I almost forgot that you got the version that you did. We keep getting different versions, which is probably a good thing, but for comparison purposes.
Mm-hmm.
I think...
So, should I be the one to go first about the release?
Sure.
The surprising one?
Yeah.
Alright. Surprise Doritos! For the edit. Cool Ranch. So, the next prompt is a release that someone would be surprised is in your collection. And that is Gravity. So, Gravity had a release, Awakening, Written in the Stars, and yeah. Gravity is not a group that I bring up a whole lot at all. So, the fact that I actually just really, really love this album, and I was like, well, it passed the test. I'm gonna get this album. I'm sure it's shocked quite a few people. I'm pretty sure it shocked Miko when she saw the unboxing. She was like,
yes.
Wait, you got Gravity?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I got Gravity. So yeah, this is my probably most surprising purchase that I have bought, because they're a newer group to me, and the fact that I actually own one is pretty cool. What is your most surprising one?
This was hard. So I was thinking like a girl group or something, but I already mentioned like Tierra and Nine Muses, so I mean, I don't know. I feel like people, like newer people, would be surprised I like them because they're girl groups and they're older or whatever. So I kind of went that route, and then I went a different direction, so I had to like go through all my newer stuff. So that's what took me the longest, because I was like, okay, time to go through those boxes and my bags.
Which box is it in?
All the stuff that I've bought from places and haven't done a video for it yet. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you decide. Do you want me to go with the girls or the guys? Because I picked 3.
Are they all from the newer box?
They're all from stuff I have not filmed anything for them. So
okay. Well, hit me with the fellas first.
Okay. There's only one fella. So
all right.
I think it's only shocking. You'll see why it's shocking. So it was in that box I held up earlier with Bam Bam.
Okay.
I got One Wee.
Then it's Monster X.
It's One Wee. It's One Wee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
that was the pretty good project too.
Yeah. So I think people would be surprised because I don't like K-rock that much. The Korean idol bands don't do it for me. As like a hardcore, I guess, American rock, J-rock person, I'm like, y'all are too coffee shop
too
soft for me.
Yep.
This was so good. Oh my god. I loved it, so I had to get it. I was gonna get another one of their CDs, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting how I feel about it. I'm a little hesitant. I don't have another guy group, but I'm been tinkering with the idea of getting an In-Flying CD, because I do like them too. So
another band.
another band.
That would be surprising.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. I see you trying to make me feel like I don't know you anymore.
Dabble, you know.
But I get it. I myself don't really listen to a lot of K-pop bands.
Yeah.
Bands.
Let's see. So, I only picked two girls. So since I don't have a lot of choices here, one is not surprising to you because I've already showed this in a video. So it's Itzy, not shy. So.
Not shy, not me.
So, I don't know. This was just the most solid project for me. I liked almost every track. I wish I really wanted to get more of their CDs, but I only liked maybe 2 songs, so it wasn't worth it. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe this is surprising because they're a newer group, and I don't know. Kind of picking here and there with some of the new girl groups lately.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great, they're talented, but I don't know. Hand flails.
Hand flails.
Hand flails. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned this one to you that I have, but I don't know if this will surprise you, but you have it in your collection. You already showed it off.
Ooh. I wonder if it's a different version.
No, it's the same. I think there was... Oh, wait, no. I think there was another version of this, but this was the only one they had at the store, so that's what I got. It's, the monster.
Nice. Yeah, there is one more version of it.
Yeah, I remember like seeing it, but they didn't have it at the store, so... I don't know. I feel like this is surprising. I don't have any Red Velvet albums at all, so... This is as close as I'm going to get to it right now.
Nice.
And I'm not going to say anything further than that. 4 reasons. There you go.
4 reasons. Okay. Okay.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
You know why I can't talk about it. Just like Monsta X can't say too much about it.
Can't say too much. You gotta save it for later, maybe.
Yeah. Same with One Week. I can't say too much.
Yeah. I can understand.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we did talk a lot about stuff that we want, especially with even talking about the groups, and we debated on whether to keep this prompt or not. But I actually specifically kind of tiptoed around saying something on this because what I wanted to kind of tweak the prompt to be is what CD or merch do you wish you had the most?
Oh.
I want to add the most. What is like the one CD or one merch item or, you know, one of each that you want the most?
Okay. Ooh.
Since we definitely want a lot of things,
Yes.
I figured this would make it more interesting. What is the thing you want the most? And I have in mind some of the things that I'm like. Do you want me to mention mine, or do you want for some time to think?
No, go for it. I can listen and think. So.
Okay. So, for me, the CD that I want the most, that I've realized is really hard to find, and you actually know about it, is Red Velvet's Bad Boy, the reissue of oh my gosh, what is the technical name of that album? The Perfect Red Velvet. There you go.
Perfect Red Velvet.
The Perfect Red Velvet reissue. That one is the one that I want so bad. It's been hard for me to find, and that is probably the one CD that I really want to have in my collection, because to me that is my absolute favorite Red Velvet project. Like from another one that from beginning to end, I just absolutely love the. It is like super R&B charged the whole way through, and that's my favorite side. Their Velvet side has always been my favorite, and they get to show so much of it on that album. And it also has my favorite Red Velvet song of all time on it as well, which is Kingdom Come. So yeah, I really 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 want that album. And then if I were to throw a merch item in there to give a little variety to it, it would probably I probably would have to say the I think I kind of want the Mamamoo light stick the most. I want a little radish.
I want a
I want
radish
a
too.
radish.
Don't you worry. I want a radish too.
I think that would just be a quirky light stick to have in my collection. I would love to have that. So yeah, those are the CD and the merch item that I want the most in my collection here. How about yourself? Anything come to mind in that short bit of time?
I totally agree with the red velvet thing, but it's definitely not like the thing I want the most. It's probably kind of like toward the bottom ish,
Gotcha.
but I totally agree that it's like one of their most solid releases. Also enjoy their velvet side more than their red side. So, can agree there.
Hmm.
Already agreed with the radish. It would be totally nice to have that. It's like, I honestly don't want to buy any more light sticks, but like that's definitely one of them, and probably, well, I already mentioned,
That.
really, really, really want that Big Bang light sticks, like so bad.
Hmm.
Preferably the black one, because there's a black one and there's a white one, so I think.
So if there's anybody wanting to send fan stuff, if you wanna be a true supporter, send us a light stick or a CD.
Let's see. I guess. Okay. Since I keep like skirting out of like K-pop and a K-hip-hop, I definitely really, really would love more K-hip-hop CDs. Like, desperately. They're so hard to find.
Understandable. I really want Grey Ground, and I had it on Yes Asia on my wish list, and then it was gone by the time I was able to try and buy it.
I can help you
So I
there.
want Grey Ground.
I
Yeah.
have Grey Ground.
All
So
right.
I can help you there. Let's see. Because, like, okay, I would love, like, Loopy stuff, Knopfler stuff. Their collab album, like, is #1 top. I would love to have that. Blue in Wonderland is another one I really, really want. Like, and a lot of, like, older Korean rap albums I've listened to when I, like, first really got into the genre, but it's kind of difficult. Okay, so I guess I'll pick something that also is hard to find that I really would love. I want Brown Eyed Girl stuff. Like, just, yeah, they also have, like, kind of like a best of album, but it has some new songs on it. I really want that.
Okay.
Yeah. I can confidently say my alt girl group. But I own nothing. No solo projects, posters, nothing. I'm a bad brown-eyed girl fan. It's the worst.
Do they have a fandom name?
I don't doubt that they do. I just don't know what it is. I can look it up really quick. Like, what is their fandom name?
Do your Googles.
Doing the Googles. Like, not brown.
They're brown-eyed fans. They're Beths.
They're puffs. Wow, they keep putting, like, brown-eyed girls disbanded. I'm like, no, they're not. Shut up. Okay. Okay, I found it. I knew this too. Like, once I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it's called. Everlasting. That's their...
Everlasting.
Yeah. Or for everlasting is what they say. It just says, like, everlasting or for everlasting. So you got choices.
Gotcha. It just depends on if you want numbers too.
Yeah. Because there's 4 of them, though. It's like, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I think that would be the number one thing I would really, really want is brown-eyed girl stuff.
Some brown-eyed girls. Yeah.
Trying to think if there's like a boy group like item that I would really, really like CD-wise. Right now, all I can think of is stupid, dumb Ace that I can't find stuff for. That's, like, super hard to, like, get. Yeah, I think everything else is a little bit more obtainable. I just might have to, like, get a different version, like, Shiny's Misconception of Us. I can only find the Taiwanese version. I can't find the Korean version, but hey, I'll settle. I don't really care. At this point, I'm like, I just want the CDs. They're really good.
I just need it. I need it. Insert SpongeBob meme.
I need it.
Right?
I
don't need it. But yeah, I think those 2 things, because they're like, I think it's just the stuff that's like super old, like 2nd gen stuff is the stuff that like I really, really would like love. So
yeah.
That's my choice. Sticking with it.
I still find it interesting how different our relationship to Nine Muses is.
Yes.
Because you're like, oh, I like Nine Muses. It's like, oh, I like Sarah. And then I was like, oh, I checked out the music. It's good. But Sarah's dope. I'm more attached to the one member than the whole group.
Yeah, and I was like, I remember when they came out. I didn't like their debut song. Oh.
Well, you don't want no Playboy.
No. Okay, something hit me, I guess. It's another CD. I don't think it's would top the Brown Eyed Girl thing, but CLC's Crystal. I really want that released too. It is super hard to find. Justice for CLC.
Yep. It has some pretty darn good music.
Yeah.
It's a shame that they didn't get the love that they needed.
No. Yeah, apparently I have attached myself to, like, as far as girl groups go, the ones that didn't make it. Or the ones that are, their stuff is the hardest to find because of pressing.
Mm-hmm. Now that I think about it, I think it would probably be kind of cool to have some of the ladies' code stuff.
Oh, like, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I agree there.
So thanks for putting me on to that.
You're welcome. I don't have any other stuff either.
I was like, you know what? I think I would like to have, even though it's some of the later material that would pass the test, I would probably grab the 2 albums that were once again headed up by Jaden Jong. He keeps following my my life here. A lot of the stuff he's creatively in control of, I just really like, despite you know there being some trouble behind
Yeah.
how he supposedly treats some of the groups. He knows how to make some good music,
Yeah.
and I gotta say, I really liked what they got to do, what he got to do with Ladies Code, what he got to do with Loona, and what he's doing with Only One of. So, yeah,
Um, let's see.
yeah,
There
that's
are some solo releases I've listened to. Some of it during like my research period that I would love to have, but I don't know if there's physical copies of it. Um, like Augusti's D2, I think the last release.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I wonder if there would. Oh, yeah, I wonder if there's a physical release of that.
And there's a Mino release that I like too. It's not the last one. It's like the first or the second or something. It was really good. And okay, not spoiling, but I am gonna talk about it later too. So many groups I need to talk about later. There's a couple solo projects from Monsta X that I wouldn't mind having physical copies of, but I don't know if they actually exist.
Well, I guess it's something we'll have to look up later.
Yeah. So.
And that is a scavenger hunt in itself.
Yep.
So yeah, so
yeah. Once again, it's hard out there for a multi-fan, especially on your wallet.
it definitely, like, I'm already like thinking in my head which items I'm going to be looking up, because I'm like, I need to look up that BB project now. That's what I'm gonna do as soon as we wrap this up. I'm
Yep.
like, I'm adding that to my cart.
I thought you knew.
want it. I didn't know.
I figured you'd be first on board with the physical release of the BB project, because I was like, oh
No.
yeah, he totally's got this one.
No, I definitely did not. I didn't think I would be able to get a physical copy of it.
Well, there you go.
But
now you know.
But now I know. I'm getting Life as a B.
So your life will be an A. Oh,
Exactly.
That was awful.
Exactly.
Oh my god, I'm gonna log off.
You know exactly the way to my heart. Bad jokes are
That was so
totally winners in my book. Let's go.
It's the worst.
Dad jokes. But
yeah, that's it. That was fun.
Yeah, it was great to see what you had in your collection, and I know there's way more that you have that
Sadly.
we didn't even get to touch on. There's even more in my collection that I didn't get to touch on.
This is true.
But
Got some
we definitely have
unboxings on the way. Yeah.
Yeah, got unboxings on the way. There's definitely haul videos that we already have up, so if that's something that interests you, you can go ahead and check those out. And
all of our bad spending decisions.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And yeah, I can't wait to see what the ones that are already on its way to what they're gonna be like, because they're brand new releases from this year that I absolutely loved, and it's great they just continue to make good music that we want to buy. You know, so you got to support your artists.
Yep.
Especially the smaller groups.
Yes, definitely them. I do want to add one little small thing, because I know some K-pop fans gonna ask, why didn't we include photo cards? It's just too hard. I enjoy watching people's photo card collection on Instagram, and that they keep them in binders and all this other stuff in boxes, and they trade, and they're super hardcore about their photo cards. But I just figured that would be too difficult on my end. So, I know BM5 keeps his in a specific spot, but All my
all of them are inside my Lightstick box. That's all there is. That's
yeah.
that's like, hey, I have the space here for it since I don't have the whole stick in here, so I just like I'll make use of it by keeping all my K-pop stuff in one place.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's all I do.
Yeah. Majority of my photo cards are they just stay in the albums, and like the ones I get from like pre-order like perks, they go in my K-pop box, which I already like carded. I put a card or whatever up, but yeah, I don't keep them all in a box. It just would drive me crazy. That's all. I do that with my checkies. That is it.
And organize it and
Yeah, that's
Mine's
the
it.
extent of me with any photo card type stuff is my checkies. That's it. But K-pop photo cards stay in the album.
You could just stay right in here.
Yeah, it's a good spot for them. So that is the only reason I didn't include it. But I know a lot of people like to like show them off and what their favorites and stuff are. And I'm like, it's too hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that kind of stuff either.
Yeah.
Like even though I know where to find them all and such, I don't really like sit and be like, oh yeah, this one's my favorite, and
Yeah.
no,
We're
I don't
not.
cherish it like that.
Yeah, we're not hardcore like PC collectors. Like, it's just
Yeah.
we're just here for the music.
I'm here for the music. Like that's why like the most kind of sentimental thingy I have was like a Polaroid, like signed from Sarah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the closest thing that's to like a photo card that I'm gonna be like, oh, I actually display this. Is this like
Yeah.
it's literally signed from them, directed directly to me. Now, if I were to be able to go to these concerts and stuff and get stuff signed, then maybe I might do something special with those cards. But as they are, I just kind of keep them in a place where I can look at them later if I really want to. But it's most likely them to just stay in the box. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So, guess we can close it out.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful time going through this lovely scavenger hunt through our K-pop collections. You get to see what it's like from the viewpoint of a veteran and K-pop noob. Because how long have you been into K-pop now? Do you know what year that was you
Ooh,
got
Lord.
into it?
Um, it's either '07 or '08. I came in right in that second gen golden era, as they call it.
Mhm. And then me, I am 10 years later. 2018 is when I really kind of like towards the end of 2018 is when I finally started like giving it more attention than just, hey, I watched the video you sent me. So yeah, K-pop noob and veteran, we get to compare
Yep.
collections, and mine's just starting out. As you can see, she has a huge shelf full of stuff. Mine is, I mean, not all of it back there is K-pop stuff.
Nope.
As if this is your first, view of her content, it's definitely not, all K-pop back there.
No.
But there's definitely a lot more on her shelf than I have on mine. My shelf is smaller, and it only is on one shelf. So, yeah.
And mine is on 3
Working on it.
shelves.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I'm working to get on that level. Not really. That's why I have such a high standard for what I buy, because I'm trying to make sure I can manage my money okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it was a fun experience in general, just to
Yeah.
kind of get to know our music taste and
And-
our opinions and stuff.
And y'all will see more of our journey of comparison of a veteran and a noob.
Yeah,
And
it's
other
gonna be real
videos.
fun. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking
Gonna
forward
be
to it.
real fun. As am I, getting some more insight behind our mindset behind the music, since we do have some overlap as you've seen, but there's
Yep.
also a lot of contrasted factors as well.
Yes.
So hopefully you enjoy the journey of us exploring each other's thoughts on K-pop.
Yep.
So yeah. Until next time, y'all. Bye.